You are watching Limited Resources Draft Series on MTGO Academy featuring Marshall Sutcliffe.
Hey guys, Marshall here from Limited Resources doing another draft with you on MTGOacademy.com. And it's cons still, of course. And yeah, we opened a good one. There's some other decent cards in this pack. I like War Shrieker, Aerostorm's good, Mardu Charm, Arrow of the Wilds is really good, Force Away, sweet, yeah, Scavenger, like very solid pack, but Crater's Claws is super powerful, and I'm really happy to pick it up. Oh, really? Dune Blast, you say? Could also just be lame and take a Sultai Flare, something like that. Nah, let's do it. I've been doing 5-color a lot. I've had a lot of success with it. I've had less success actually with just 3-color decks for some reason. Small sample size, so who knows? But 5-color decks have been treating me just fine, thank you very much. So maybe I'll just stick on that plan here. We've picked up 2 really incredibly powerful cards in the first 2 picks. So let's continue that trend, and of course, lands will come into focus very strongly for us as well. But Dune Blast is a game winner. That one's very difficult to recover from. Oh, come on. Really? I mean, I totally should take Sandstep Citadel here. But I'm totally not going to take Sandstep Citadel here because it's villainous. Well, look at these 3 openers. Not bad. Okay, well, there's a Jeskai Charm, which is pretty good, but I am not taking any risk here. We really have to start getting lands going. And Jeskai Charm, while good, isn't quite enough here, I think. We need to... I need to get 3 lands out of every pack, probably at the minimum. Maybe even with 1 extra. Maybe with 1 down, but... yeah. I'm pretty concerned about that. That's my main concern, because already our deck's power level is very good, and I think we'll fill it out with a bunch of morphs and stuff, and we'll be okay. So is there anything better than Dismal Backwater here? The answer is no. So in you go. Good. Picking up a couple of lands here in a row. 3 ridiculous spells into a couple of lands. I can take it. We will continue the trend here by taking a land. All right, so we've got our 3 for the pack, which makes me feel at least a bit more relieved, as they'll probably start drying up now. So where do we want to go from here? Well, Tormenting Voice is an interesting one. It lets you sift through cards that you can't cast to try to find, your lands or some spells that you can cast. It's pretty good. I like Disdainful Stroke as well. Cyano Glaciers would be sweet, but Double Blue's a little rough. I could also just take like an Unyielding Krumar, but I'm going to take Disdainful Stroke. We obviously don't have any creatures yet, but we'll find them. I'm not that worried about creatures. Sweet. Although I wouldn't mind a Force Away, but nah, let's just keep taking lands. If they're here, we'll take them. I'm going to take a Highland Game over a Bloodfire Mentor. Our first creature is Elmer. That's fitting. I like Abomination here. See, this is where you can really get paid off for being in this type of deck. I mean, that's a really, really good Magic card right there. It's flexible. It's powerful. It blocks well after it's morphed. It digs you to stuff. And we got it, what? We've got 11 cards, so there's 3 picks left. Yeah, it's like... That's the upside. Is that you can just pick up really top quality type cards late while prioritizing these stupid lands. I'll take a Windstorm for the board here. And I'll take a Lurkers. That card's fine. Magic Online is very confused about what the casting cost of any of these things are. Second Lurkers. Last pick Lurkers. It's kind of interesting. Ooh, Manus Rider, Dead Drop, Soothsayer, which is very, very good in a deck like this. Dead Drop can also be very good. Manus Rider is just kind of always good. Though it is a little less good depending on what turn it comes down on. I think it's between Manus Rider, Dead Drop, and Soothsayer. I wonder if Manus Rider is worth anything. It's worth a couple of tickets, I suppose. That's definitely a consideration. Dead Drop can be a huge blowout. It can also be very mediocre depending on the deck that you end up with. We've already got Dune Blast. I think I could probably go for Soothsayer or Mantis Rider. Go for the Soothsayer here. What do we got here? Avalanche Tusker, not bad. Savage Punch can be very good. I'd like a Treasure Cruise in the list somewhere, but we don't need to take it this early. We'll just randomly pick up one, and if we don't, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. I could also take Windscarred Crag. Tusker does seem pretty sweet. Yeah, let's go for that. Amateur Pledgebringer. Set Adrift is a real magic card. Bloodfell Caves Bringlow. I don't want to neglect the lands too much, but we do need to pick up some spells here. I'm going to take Bringlow, I think. And out of this pack, there is no land? No. Force Away seems to be a good option. Mardu Warshrieker, maybe. I mean, it's never terrible, but like, you would like it to be a little better. Chief of the Edge, I just don't think we're going to be able to cast it. If it was the other one, Chief of the Scale, it would be a little more appealing. Yeah, I'm going to take Force Away. I like just having a way to interact with my opponent's creatures sometimes. Deflecting Palm. You know, I'm actually not a huge fan of Deflecting Palm, but I think it's the most powerful card here. So we'll go ahead and snatch it up there. This pack's not very good either. Teamer Charm's okay, but it's not really great in these 5-color decks. I probably just want like a Sagu Archer over it, to be honest. It's just you don't always have the right combination of things to make it good. You don't have the right colors when you need it to be a mana leak. The creature's power 3 or less can't block isn't super relevant usually. And then you need something good to fight and to have the mana, and that doesn't always line up. Roar of the Challenge is better if you're attacking more. I'm going to take the Archer here, which is kind of a boring pick, but I think the correct one. Speaking of boring but correct, Rugged Highlands. All right. Keep those lands flowing. All right, here's an interesting one. Smoke Teller or Teamer Charger? It's definitely Teamer Charger. Neither of these die very often. They both die to basically all the same stuff. And Teamer Charger blocks way better. So you'd rather have that. Definitely going to take a Snorehorn Rider here, though. Mystic of the Hidden Way still being in the pack's a little scary because it's pretty good against us. But Snorehorn Rider is a nice finisher. It's really good at that. And we're in pretty primarily Teamer colors, it looks like. I mean, obviously we're dipping into everything, but like, do we have any actual white cards? Yes, Dune Blast. But like, Deflecting Palm might not even make the cut, for example. But we do have one more pack to go, so let's speak too soon. Let's see. Not great. Definitely not good. Not good. Not good. I'll take the Scaldkin, but I don't think we want to run it. Sure. These banners, you know, maybe we run one. We are trying to go big with Dune Blast and Villainous Wealth. It's not impossible. I'm glad to see these coming back, though, because that means that those actually get to resolve more. Whoa. Foil Ashcloud Phoenix. Sure. That's a sweet one anyway. A lot of good stuff here, though. Misfire Weaver. Vizier's not that good. Ride Down's decent. Kieran's good. Brigade, we all know those ones. Yeah, but I'll take this Ash Cloud Phoenix. It's good. I'm in. And this one, I think we just want a suspension field that takes out their best stuff. It's big. It's hard to deal with. We need a little more removal anyway, so that seems good to me. I'll move this down and make sure you can see that. I got some feedback about that, and I'm listening. Dismal Backwater or Crippling Chill. We're at 10 creatures. We need to pick up a few more morphs. Yeah, I'll take the land here. I like a Crippling Chill, but defensive Crippling Chill is not quite on the same level as offensive Crippling Chill. And in case it's not obvious, we are deep into the defensive side of things here. So we need to pick up probably 4 more playables here, and we could use some work and some space. Namely, I want to pick up some morphs, like some Obzon guides are pretty high on my list. Because like these 2 Canyon Lurkers are, they're not really what we're wanting to do here. So I'd like to shore up that little situation. Maybe a Sultai Scavenger here. We could take another Dismal Backwater, but I think we're set on those. I could also take Set Adrift, or like a Highland Game, or even a Hate Blade or something. I think I just want the Scavenger, though. Really? Oh, man, we could play 2 of them? I mean, the first one's already pretty sketchy. I don't know if 2 of them's even good or even approaching good. Maybe I'd rather just have a Savage Punch or even the land here. Having 2 is interesting, though. Yeah. I think I want Savage Punch or Force Away here. Probably Force Away is a little better in our deck. Ooh, Master the Way. I like that one. Another Scavenger, but... Oh, and an Obzon Charm. Sweet. Now we're really sketched out on creatures here, though. Because now we're really pretty much priced into playing both of the Canyon Lurkers as it sits, but we've got a ton of removal. But we really, really could use, like we got the this guy so late. I was hoping for a little more of that action. Okay, Alpine Grizzly's fine. It works fine. It works with Force Away, and again, it's just a decent blocker. Like high power are usually pretty good in this set. I'd prefer just something dirtier than that, but here's a 5-mana 4/4 or a 3-mana 4/2, but the Vizier actually can get significantly bigger. Often it doesn't matter, but sometimes it does. He's obviously harder to cast. We'll take it. It's a little more powerful. Bitter Revelation, an Anok Tracker, or a Cove. Probably need the Cove. Yeah, I don't... That puts us right at 9, which is where I said I wanted to be. Tuscalocedon, no, you suck. Goblin Slide could be interesting in this deck, but I don't really want to do it. Well, let's cut the Dasher. We're not playing it, though, obviously. Okay, Bloodfire Mentor, good. And a Dreadmaw, which we probably won't run, but could. And we made a deck. It's a bit of a mess, but we'll see how it goes. There's definitely some cards in here I'm not as excited about. Deflecting Palm, Double Canyon Lurkers is kind of meh. These cards are all fine. I'm probably going to be able to replace one of the Lurkers with the Bloodfire Mentor, which I'm quite fine with. So let's get these lands out of here. Who needs those? That puts us at 25. All right, so yes, let's cut. Actually, let's make sure that this looks the way we want it to. So lurkers. Yep, Archer goes here too. Tusker doesn't. Vizier doesn't. What was it? Oh yeah, Snowhorn Rider. This thing goes over here. There's one of these over here. This could be a 19 land deck, maybe. So the first card I think that we can cut pretty easily is Deflecting Palm. It's not that good. If it hit creatures, it would be fantastic. I think we can cut one of the Canyon Lurkers here pretty easily as well. And let's move these down. So we've got Highland Game Charger just so we have something to do early, mid. Wait, how did I get this? Oh, no, that's Bloodfire Mentor. Yeah, that's the one I want. For some reason, I thought it was Expert. Tusker, Vizier, Soothsayer. Vizier is definitely the weakest because, like, the Tusker, you can have it just start eating things. Where the Vizier is basically just a 4/4 for 5 that occasionally gets to become like a 7/7 for 5. But it's like down the line and not really when you want to do it. So he can be on the chopping block pretty easily here. I don't know if he's giving us what we want back from it. So Stroke, Force Waste, Suspension Field, all these removal spells are good, and then these are our finishers. So we could go one Force Away less if we wanted. But I think we'd probably just cut the Vizier here. Like that. Could also keep the Vizier and cut the Canyon Lurkers. But it does mean that, like, we're running a little bit shorter on morphs than I'd like to be. So why don't we keep one of them? And this looks good to me. I think we can go 18 lands here. This deck looks like it has enough removal and stall tactics to get to the point where we can Dune Blast or Villainous Wealth okay. Yeah. All right, so let's get these lands back in and try figure out how to build this mana base. Are we all the colors? Did we cut white? No, we still have Dune Blast. We got Dune Blast, Suspension Field, Obzon Charm. Yeah, those are all worth it. The good news is we've got white, basically for free. So let's add some lands here. Let's just add them and figure it out after. It's always so hard to figure out when it's just little numbers on the screen. I just have to get in there and count it. Okay, so what are our primary colors? Green, red, right? All these cards are green and red. Down here we've got red, nothing really green. So green, red, blue. Looks like we're base teamer. So let's see where this sets us. I get this now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 green sources. That is far from enough. So we'll come back on that. Red is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So getting a little bit better. White is 3. We count or 1, 2, 3, 4 with that with the 1 plains. Blue 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is probably way too many. No, maybe it's not. It's probably 1 too many. And then what haven't I counted? Black 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Also probably about right. So green we need more of. And I think we can cut one of these for one of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That puts us to 6. We should really be at 7 though. White is the least. We don't want this plains, right? 1, 2, 3. That's plenty. I think we need another mountain here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so we got there on that. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which isn't quite enough, but it's pretty close. And then what about black? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Looks roughly about correct. The main one that I'm worried about here is green. Because our spells aren't green, but our first creatures are green. I guess we actually don't have that many. Yeah, this is actually okay. All right, in it goes. Kind of a mess, but we'll see how it plays.
If you'd like to exchange your Magic Online cards for event tickets while logged in on Magic Online, you can do so by trading MTGO Academy's official bot, Academy Buy Bot. You can find it in the Magic Online trading area or add it to your buddy list.
All right, here we are in the first round. And I do believe we have a keep, though. We've only got 2 colors of mana. We have a Crater's Claws to kill like a morph or something. And we're also on the draw. So, you know, we're going to be drawing ideally some lands here and kind of open things up for this Abomination of Gudul, which we can play anyway. So, yeah, I think it'll work out. Wouldn't mind seeing one of the colors for this Sultai Soothsayer here, but yeah, take what we can get, I suppose. There we go. Got one. So now if he plays something that we can Crater's Claws, we probably just will. If he just keeps powering up the Disowned Ancestor, I mean, this is a problem with this card, is that he can start attacking for 1. I guess if he's got like a raid card here, that could be good, but it's just a morph, so we're just going to kill that morph. All right, Abzan Guide down. I'll take that. And now we've kind of cleared the way to be able to play a morph next turn with Abomination. And if we get really lucky, we'll even draw green mana for our Soothsayer down the line here, which should do some pretty serious work. Didn't get that lucky, but okay. He leveled this thing up, though, so we're going to take a beats from that. Oh, really likes Magic. If you guys want to join the clan, you can do that as well. Just send me a message. Hey, we got there. Well, he did not attack? Weird. What am I missing here? Oh, he just must have won a block. Okay, sure. I'll allow it. That was a really good draw, by the way. That opens up this, this, and this. And this. That one land lets us cast everything. All right, now what the heck is this guy up to? This makes me nervous. He didn't even level up. He really wants to block that bad? Guess he does. All right, well, let's just hedge our bets a little here and cast the Avalanche Tusker and kind of force him to do something, either have a removal spell or dump some more mana into this thing or something. Could just be flooding. But he's going to want to do something because I'm going to eat that thing up if he doesn't outlast it here. And if he does, I'm going to whack him for 100 here. Oh, Disdainful Stroke. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see. So we need green, black, blue. Yes, I can even do that. All right. I don't want to play that, but I want to be able to leave Disdainful Stroke up, so... Okay, your move. Can live with this. Oh, Master of the Way for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Well, let's just get in there. It doesn't really do much here. I mean, it saves this guy, but this is a May ability, so we don't. It's not like it, really gets us. All right, it's got Pro White. I think I'm just going to ship the turn back here. I want to leave up Disdainful Stroke for anything egregious, and then beyond that, I'm just going to kill him next turn. Just going to attack him for 3, and then Master the Way his face. If I have to Disdainful Stroke, I won't have that option, because I'll only be able to Master the Way for 4 in that case, but whatever. Yeah, you got it. He just wants to gain 6, but he just gives me 6 back immediately from my Avalanche Tusker. Doesn't really make any sense. What am I missing here? Well, let's find out. You take 100,000 damage. Okay. That went very well. Would I change anything? This is not a windstorm scenario. We really don't have that much in the way of sideboard options anyway, but we're pretty well set up. I think Karu Dreadmaw is one option. It might be better than like Highland Game. Just if he's doing the kind of bigger, slower stuff. Highland, he just sort of ignores Highland Game for a while. This looks good. We can even play Abzan Charm here on the 3rd turn if we really want. Yeah, Disown Ancestor is a nice 1-drop, but it's not one that we're super concerned about. We're like kind of happy to see him play because it just means that he's not doing anything for a while. Can live with that for sure. Speaking of not doing anything for a while, geez, 2 lands off the top too. We might just have to turn this thing into some cards. Let's see what he has here, though. It's a morph. That's fine. We'll just wait. We have Disdainful Stroke if he does something absurd here. And if he doesn't, then we take 3. God, he just hates attacking with that Disown Ancestor. He must be leveling it up this turn again. Flooding a little here, but we kept a pretty land-heavy hand, so this is going to happen. Remember, we are running 18 lands as well. We've gained 4 life. Maybe he turns this thing into a Pine Walker or something. Nope. Nothing. Yeah, still just hang. Tusker. I think I'm going to wait a turn on Tusker. If he flips this thing up and it's huge, I want to be able to Obzon Charm it. And if he doesn't, then I'll take the 4 and hopefully Disdainful Stroke whatever he plays here. If it's like Ponyback Brigade, that's pretty annoying. Can't really beat that one. All right. Almost doesn't matter what this is. It's going to get Disdainful Stroked, I think. Or not. Horde Chief. Okay. All right. I have seen worse draws than that one. It's going to be a close one. We're definitely behind. If we get to untap, though, I think we're in a decent spot here. Like if I block and kill something, counter whatever he plays, and then untap with Bringlow, and Obzon Charm, I think we could be in a decent spot. Oh, okay, that's not good. That means that we're basically dead. Yeah, sometimes you lose to great cards, I guess. So that's 3, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so we're still alive. 3, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Still among the living, though. Actually, I need to kill this. Because Bringlow... Oh, no, Bringlow kills both. Yeah, it just doesn't really matter. But these are going to kill us. So Dune Blast doesn't really do what we need it to do here. Abomination... We're dead either way. But that card's lethal on its own. Close. It was a guide. Okay. No problem. We just didn't do much that game. I mean, that's going to happen sometimes with a deck with 18 lands and a mana base like ours. Is sometimes you don't get to do much. We were one turn away, but Obzon Ascendancy was exactly the type of card that he needed to really punish us there. Yeah, I'll keep this. Any morphs are good to go. Ashcloud Phoenix could be good on turn 4 if we draw a land of some sort. And if we hit green or white mana, then Alpine Grizzly and Suspension Field can be online as well. So not too bad. Hey. Very nice draw. This gives us Alpine Grizzly into Ashcloud Phoenix, with Bring Low and then maybe Suspension Field on the horizon as well. That's pretty good. Can definitely get used to that. Black mana, not that important. If he attacks, I suspect raid. If he doesn't, then not. He's got something. Sure. No raid. Basically just going to use this Ash Cloud Phoenix as an attrition card, meaning that I'm just going to block. Like, even if he just attacked with that, I'm just blocking. Get it back down on the ground. I'm trading for something. It might be a trick, it might be removal, it might be feeder resistance. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to trade my Ash Cloud Phoenix off for something here. Get it back down on the ground. And then I can bring this thing low now, which is pretty good. And even attack for 6. It doesn't seem too bad, actually. Let's get rid of this guy. Yeah, that knocks him down to 10, and he only has 2 power on the battlefield right now. So he's pretty far behind, actually. With an untapped land, he could take 4 from this plus 2 more in the air. That's 6 next turn. Ah, he had Throttle, though, to kill the Phoenix. He's got to leave this back now, though. And I think I'm fine with that. So let's get this morph down and hope that it survives. That's a big one. If this thing survives this turn and we get to flip it up and it actually gets to hit, then we're kind of off to the races at that point. If it dies, though, then we're in a little bit more of a stall. Teamer Banner. All right, well, that gives you red mana, which I'm assuming you're splashing something sweet for. No? All right. I accept. I think I attack with both now. Worst case scenario, he double blocks the morph, but he doesn't know what it is, so it's like super risky for him to do that. And if he does, it still just trades for the Unyielding Krumar here. But I think he just wants to make this trade now. And I want to get as many creatures off the battlefield on his side as I can. Yes. Oh, Dune Blast, but no white mana. Do I still keep it? I feel like ditching one of these white cards is correct, since I can cast the other 2 at various stages of the game here. Including next turn, I can just make a 5/5 Snowhorn Rider and be like, bang. Or I can even just go Sagu, Archer, Snowhorn Rider, both down. Yeah, okay, fine. I will get rid of Doom Blast and keep Suspension Field on the basis that it's more efficient. So if I do happen to find white mana, I can play like Suspension Field plus one of these things in a turn or something like that. But this thing's going to win the game on its own if it's not dealt with. It is immediately dealt with. Fair. Tough but fair, my friend. Sultai Soothsayer. Next turn. You know what? Let's just make him big. I don't want him to die to debilitating injury or to death frenzy or something dumb like that. Ooh. That's big. Okay. All right, so we got him out of cards here. And now we can start to stabilize out with Sultai Soothsayer. Ooh, and there's our white mana too. I do kind of wish I had Doom Blast now that he's curved out that much, but still, that's okay. So let's Soothsay here. And we're going to get a Bloodfire Mentor out of this. And if I attack, he's got some pretty decent blocks here, like Siege Rhino and Mardu Warchief. We trade for Siege Rhino, but I want to Suspension Field the Siege Rhino out of here. So we're going to make him find something amazing here in his top decks. Remember, he's playing off the top, and he can't crack his Teamer Charm, or Teamer Banner, so we should be okay. Unfortunately, if we do Suspension Field away the Siege Rhino, he's still in decent shape. So let's play Bloodfire Mentor. Sagu Archer does not look amazing here, although it's not bad. I want to keep something in hand so that I can Bloodfire Mentor, but I also want to play my lands in case we draw Burn Spell or Villainous Wealth. Crater's Claws or Villainous Wealth are both huge rips here for us, and I'm going to be ripping through my library trying to find them. I can Suspension Field the Rhino and attack with Snowhorn Rider, and then I trade it for Unyielding Krumar, which is just not that great for us. Really isn't. So all right, well, there's a lot of spells we don't want, and I'm going to bank on finding one. When we loot, or in it with our draw step. So hopefully he doesn't find anything incredible here. Or maybe he gets super nervous and takes out our stupid Sagu Archer or something with a removal spell. Like, that's another happy item for us. This is going to be a close one, though. Really hoping we can pull this one out. We've got way, way more powerful things sitting on top of our deck than he does, but he's going to have some good stuff. Like, don't get it twisted here. All right. Teamer Charger. A good example of a card that we don't really want. Let's loot. Swamp, an even better example, however. So Teamer Charger actually does start to get pretty scary for our opponent. Like, if I attack with Snorhorn Rider, take down the Krumar, use Suspension Field on the Rhino, then the Temur Charger can actually get through the Horde Chief. It's still not very great, though. It's really not. I mean, I can really start moving things forward, though, with the Morph. I feel like just dumping my hand here, just going like Temur Charger, Suspension Field, start attacking. My gut says he's probably got like maybe a Feat of Resistance or a land in hand, one or the other. Yeah, let's get to cracking here. So what if I attack with both of these? Yeah, that seems good. So he can double block here, and I lose my Sultai Soothsayer, but he takes 5. Which is kind of what I want. Yeah, good. This works out. I will definitely trade my my Soothsayer that I've already peeled an extra card off of for his for 5 damage when he's at 10. Because now all of a sudden I can represent a big hit here. Like if he wants to double block or get tricky, like he's got to block Snowhorn Rider next turn. That's lethal. If he double blocks, he's dead. So yeah, I'll take it. Also getting him down to 5. Let's see, did we have... Well, we've already got that anyway. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It does actually get him in Crater's Claws range when he technically wasn't before, because even with the bonus, it was 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage instead of 10, but we could have found a way to get that 1 damage in at any point. So that's not as relevant, but still, it does matter. And it also means that, like, in the rare case that, let's say he draws Obzon Charm or something tricky, and then we were like, okay, we'll kill you with Crater's Claws, and then he kills this thing in response, and then it's not enough, and then we get him down low but don't actually kill him. Like, we avoid that scenario now because we can just tap out for it and 5 him. Two cards left in hand. Hate Blade changes things. A little bit. He's got something else. Is this Battle Cry or whatever it's called? Rush of Battle? Warrior. He could gain a big chunk of life back. Yeah, it is Rush of Battle. So he gains 9. He goes to 14 here, but we're still in a really good position. I don't feel the need to block. Yeah, I'm not going to block. I want to maintain board position. At 6 life, I don't feel like he can really get us, but we can get him. Case in point. All right, I think I want to leave back some blockers here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attack with my Temur Charger. Good. Expected him to take that. Now I've got some really nice blocks here in case he decides to get super aggressive. He is ahead significantly in damage now thanks to the rush of battle. But we are ready. Oh, that's interesting. Karu Dreadmaw. I could also shuffle it away, but I think I actually just want it. Because I can sack any of these things and gain life and keep myself out of being just stone dead here. Because that's actually my main worry, right, is just dying to something that I didn't anticipate or whatever. I can only sack one creature with the mana I have, though, so I got to be careful. All right, so what do I do here? I attack with Avalanche Tusker, and I make the Unyielding Krumar block it, that's for sure, which then clears the way for Snowhorn Rider to attack pretty freely, as well as Temur Charger. And then I think I leave back Morph and this, because I don't want to throw this Morph away. So let's attack with their three big things here. Like that. And this must block here. So that's basically going to force him to throw that and something else on the Tusker. And I think this Dreadmaw should do a good job of kind of blanking any removal that he might have. Just because, like, if he fires off some removal spell on Snowhorn Rider, I can sack it, gain 5, and kind of get myself back to safety. So how does this work out? He blocks here, and he's not taking lethal no matter what. That was a big life swing from that rush of battle. And then I'm assuming the Hate Blade's going to jump in front of the Snowhorn Rider here. He's got to kill something. And he's not taking damage from this anyway. Yeah, this all makes sense. So he takes 3. I get to kill both of these. And then that thing happens there. Yep, that's all fine. You better make that thing Death Touch, though. Here we go. So he takes 7 here. And he loses both of those things. And I lose both of those things. Okay, good. This looks fine. Disown Ancestor, sure. No looting be done here. Ooh, that's a good one. But I think he's just dead, right? Attack. No, he's not. No, he's not even close. All right. Right, because that one could actually kill him potentially. Meanwhile, I'm just going to pass a turn back. I mean, all the really good cards I can think of cost more than 4. If he just has like another random creature. That is not the play. I mean, if I didn't flip it up, I guess not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I still get to keep it. It doesn't do anything. I could have just sacked it, actually. I suppose I'd rather have it sitting around just in case, but... all right, so if he doesn't have anything, then I guess I want to loot. There we go. That, my friends, is what we call a backup plan. Okay, he's got Make Warriors creature. No, he's tap conceding. Okay. All right, we made it to the second round. We'll see you there.
Do you love to play Magic Online but have a tight budget? Check out MTGO Academy's Academy Budget Bot in the Magic Online Classifieds. All cards in stock are cheaper than one event ticket.
All right, here we are. And this one looks like a pretty easy mulligan here. We are on the draw, but still, that's just not good enough. Yeah, this is good. This is 1 green mana away from Abzan Charm. It's a little ways away from being able to bring low, just in terms of not only colors but amount of mana, but also we have Suspension Field kind of lined up here. Although we have now drawn 2 cards. Though Snowhorn Rider's a fine draw, I think. All right, this could get interesting. We might actually get to Disdainful Stroke something here. He's done nothing. No morph even. Heck yeah. Okay. Weird that he's done nothing. We need green mana again. Seeing a shortage there. Yeah. Can certainly live with that. Now, if he's got some huge bomb, we can Suspension Field it. Yeah, I think this needs to be a forest, actually. And look at this. Blue, 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 blue. We've got tons of blue. We don't really need that much of it. I think I'm going to make that change. I might have overlooked that or something in the when we were building our mana. These mana bases are obviously tough. I didn't see that. So it gets kind of weird here. You guys maybe have seen it, but the chat just runs. But like if I type in here, it doesn't actually talk to him. It talks to him or her. So it's like kind of weird. Yeah, I don't really care about that card. All right, well, we've managed to keep ourselves fairly stable here, and all I need now is green mana. And then we get to Villainous Wealth for like 5, and play Avalanche Tuskers, draw some cards maybe with Abzan Charm. We've got options. Heart Piercer. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go ahead and kill that. I don't think our opponent has much of anything else anyway. Back down to 20 for us. I guess we do technically win this race. I almost considered just leaving it back to force him to keep dumping mana into it, but he's clearly flooded, so I don't think we're really punishing him that much. If that's a Ponyback Brigade, that's an issue. Because bouncing it doesn't really do anything. All right, well, I really don't like using Crater's Claws on a morph that can just turn face up right now anyway. Ugh. Kind of knew it, didn't I? Interestingly, the way this game is played out, I could have suspension field the Heart Piercer and brought down the Leaping Master, and it might have been even better for me just because he's giving me just no real targets here. But I'm going to take this hit. I really hope to draw green here. Phoenix, that works too. It's pretty good. Okay, no attacks. Love that. Still no green. I'm just going to sit here, I think. Yep. I'll be suspension fielding that guy. Oh, man. Actually, wonder if I really want to. I wonder if I just want to use like a force away on it or something. I get to loot if I force away. Maybe I just force away right now. Try to hit that land. Let's do that. All right. I'm just basically trying to keep the board state the same that it was. Because it's just a matter of time until we hit that green mana source, and then I can Villainous Wealth the hell out of them, or, you know, do something. We're still at 16, but I feel a little scared here. I won't lie. There's a morph. Okay. Well, it looks like we're going to have to clean up this board state, because if we don't find green like right now, yeah, then I need to make sure I don't die here. And that's going to be more important. Like, I don't want to get trumpet blasted out of this game or something dumb. So we're just going to have to suck it up. Go for suspension field here on this guy. Yes. And Crater's Claws. Actually, you know, I think he's F6'd anyway. Oh, I see. I can still play around both. So what I want to do is be able to cast my Teamer Charger here. Ooh, geez, that was Master of Pearls. Woo! That's exactly the type of thing we did not want to just totally die to. So, close one. So what I did is I did 4 to it, just in case he had some way to interact with Ash Cloud Phoenix and we could get away, but... All mountains. Yeah, I'm going to play it. So I can turn that one face up, but not that one. Oh, wow. Wow, I need to find green mana like super, super soon now. If I can get this Dune Blast off, I think I'll be good, but I think he's going to start attacking with everything here. Yeah, we're going to die. Ah, this stinks. Yep, there it is. And we lose. Oh, he's got another one. Sure, why not? Yeah, that is just awful. So let's get this mountain or this island out of here and get a forest in instead. But even then, that's terrible. We had 6. 6 of our like 14 cards or whatever. Yeah, that won't happen very often. Still no green, but we've got a morph and a thing and another morph. Yeah, this is fine. Just need a land. Ugh. Well, could be one of those games. That's ridiculous. So 7. Yeah, we're dead. All right. Oop. Well, sorry about that. That obviously stinks to lose that way. We just didn't hit our color mana, which we think normally would in game 1. I mean, the odds are certainly with us to go, 2/3 of the way through our deck and find a green source. It's pretty unlikely not to have that happen. And then that last game, I think the odds are with us too. I mean, we died with what, 5 3-drops in our hand, like of any color. I mean, yeah, keeping it 2-lander's a little sketchy, but we also get to we're on the play, and so it means that if we do hit that 3rd, we get to start playing morphs first, which is a big game. And we're running 18 lands. I mean, I gotta have a little faith in the deck. It didn't provide for us there. Plus, Zergo Helm Smasher is like unbeatable in that scenario too. No matter what we would have done, we would have had to start chump and locking in almost immediately, and we would have died. So tough beats there in the second round, but the first one was pretty good, and I thought the draft was pretty sweet. If you guys want to send any feedback, it's the easiest way is on Twitter, Marshall_LR. And of course, you can find all things limited resources at lrcast.com. We'll see you next week, guys. Hopefully, we'll run a little better.